Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some adults can stand their ground easily, while others avoid confrontation like it burns? Why some people trust their voice, and others shrink inside themselves? A lot of those patterns didn't start in adulthood. They started between the ages of 2 to 5, a stage most parents overlook. If you're serious about raising confident, emotionally stable children, you don't skip this episode. Let's get into it. A lot of people reduce this stage to potty training, school readiness, or learning the ABCs. But psychologically, this stage is where a child forms a sense of autonomy, a sense of competence, a sense of personal voice, a sense of safety in exploration. If a child gets these 4 right, they grow into secure, self-trusting adults. If they don't, the effects follow them for the rest of their lives. At this age, the brain is exploding with new skills: language, emotional expression, decision-making, memory, imagination. And because their brain is building fast, they need 2 things at the same time: freedom and guidance. Too much freedom? They get overwhelmed, unsafe, confused. Too much control? They shrink, depend on others, and question their own ability. Here's the mistake that echoes into adulthood. Parents confuse obedience with healthy development. Between 2 and 5, a child saying, "No, let me do it," or "I want it this way," is not disrespect. It's identity forming. It's the brain saying, "Who am I? What can I do? What control do I have in my world?" When a parent shuts that down harshly, or mocks it, or ignores it, or overrules it constantly, the child learns one silent message. Let's bring it home. Do you know that adults who struggle to make decisions, get scared of trying new things, avoid leadership, overthink simple choices, apologize too much, stay quiet to avoid conflict, often form those habits right here, age 2 to 5? Because if a child never gets to practice small independence, they grow into an adult afraid of big independence. And honestly, creating this episode made me think about myself again. Just like I shared in episode 1, I can trace some personal patterns back to this stage too. Not because I remember anything clearly, but because psychology doesn't lie. I noticed how I sometimes hesitate before doing things I know I'm capable of. How I fear making mistakes, even when the outcome might be good. How I sometimes second-guess myself when I shouldn't. Those patterns don't appear from nowhere. They usually come from growing up in an environment where mistakes were punished, not guided, or where independence was shut down too quickly, or where a child wasn't encouraged to try and try again. I might not remember what happened between 2 and 5. Most adults don't, but my habits tell the story. Let's get practical. A child between 2 and 5 needs 3 things consistently. 1, safe independence. Let them try. Let them fail safely. Let them attempt little tasks: dressing, feeding, picking toys. 2, clear boundaries. Not punishment, not fear. Boundaries that protect, guide, and teach. 3, emotional translation. They don't understand their feelings yet. They need adults who help them name and interpret emotions. You're frustrated because it didn't work. You're angry because you wanted it. You're scared because it's new. This is where emotional intelligence is built. Let's list the traps clearly because most caregivers fall into these without noticing. Trap 1, overcorrecting everything. Constant criticism kills confidence. Trap 2, doing everything for them. This creates dependent adults. Trap 3, using fear as control. Fear produces compliance, not confidence. Trap 4, confusing tantrums with stubbornness. Sometimes it's overstimulation, hunger, tiredness, not bad behavior. Trap 5, when a child between 2 and 5 receives the right mix of freedom, support, and boundaries, they grow into adults who trust their own decisions, recover from mistakes faster, handle challenges confidently, express themselves clearly, stand up for themselves, explore opportunities instead of running from them, feel safe being themselves. This is how leaders, innovators, stable adults, and confident individuals are formed, right here. If you take one thing from this episode, let it be this. Confidence doesn't magically appear in adulthood. It's built between ages 2 and 5, through the tiny everyday interactions that seem small, but shape the entire personality. So guide your child. Let them try. Let them fail, safely. Let them explore, and speak to them like their voice matters. Because it does. This is episode 2 of the Growth series on Echoes Within Kids. Episode 3 will dive into ages 6 to 9, the stage where social awareness, comparison, and self-esteem start to form. Make sure you subscribe, share this with a parent or caregiver, and check out episode 1 if you missed it. See you in the next episode. See you.